Hey, how's Dad?
Yeah. All right.
Yannis is a drama, and you see the tension in the first scene with this brother relationship. And you know that there's some sort of deep disappointment or just some deep break that has occurred between these two. And we find out that he's been set aside by his family because of his sexual preferences. And it just, to me, the overall tone is with all the men in this film in pursuing their what they want in love as far as the preferences. They feel like they have no place and they're forced to settle into a life of secrecy and lies. um you're seeing aspects of the sex trade when the man offers him and his friends $200 a piece to have sex with them both. You're seeing how these men are meeting in the woods, and there's forced to these random secretive instances for affection. And then you're also seeing them talk about how a lot of men are choosing to wed just to have a cover, if you will, and they're living these secret lives in the dark away from their family units just to maintain a place within the society. He brings up how he feels about salvation, and like feeling like he doesn't need God because of the way the religion in this community, religious people have shunned people in same-sex relationships and sort of removed them from their lives. It's clear why those feelings come to mind. With his friend, though, what I struggle to figure out is if he's in denial of what he wants in his self, or is he chosen to live the lifestyle that you see some of these other men does, like when he sees the businessman who clearly presents as, possibly a straight man, maybe is representing these men who have wives at home but are coming, at the end of the night to scratch the urges that they cannot rid themselves of when it comes to men. If he's choosing that lifestyle, because for him it's like, I have a place to sleep, I have a warm bed, I have a curfew, and dealing with the fact that yes, I have to pretend like I'm interested in someone who I'm not really interested in seems like a better deal to me than just this being life. And it seemed like for him, he just was a little bit done with the idea of it. And at the moment, and to me, I was just like, okay, is this a denial? Do you think that you'll be able to maintain a life where you're not satisfying these urges, or where you're not living your life fully, showing the world who you love? And for some people, choosing the less of the, what they deem the less of two evils at the time would be to just marry someone and present as straight, because it seems like the less resistive path versus the sex trade, succumbing to homelessness and being removed from your family and kind of succumbing to just being on your knees for a man for a random amount of money. Or even it seems less resistant to actually pursuing a same-sex life um, out in the open. And it just seems like he's very, very torn with where he wants to go with his life. And even the one that has chosen to be out and proud still seems like he's not fully accepting of his decisions, especially because he's seeing kind of where he is right now. So I just thought it was a very interesting way of presenting the other more sordid side to um, this community that a lot of people have to face because they don't feel like they have another choice.
This film is called Yannis. This was a very moving short. A young man has been totally rejected by his family for being gay. The performances of all the cast members were raw and excellent. The vocals were incredible, with such dramatic, passionate scenes. I like the lighting in this film, both the gray light of day with his family member and the mysterious nighttime scenes with shadows and silhouettes as he interacts with other men. Love the passionate ending. Great job, Yannis. Check it out.
Yannis is a very interesting look at, these people of the past and like coming to terms with, sexuality and acceptance and all that. And yeah, I think it's well done, well acted. It's like, very understated acting, but I think it's done very well.
I really enjoyed Yannis. I thought it was a really good film. The conversations in this felt very real between Yannis and I think it was his brother or family member, and throughout the film they were very realistic. I enjoyed the juxtaposition of Yannis in the daytime with his family member being, very out of place, feeling kind of awkward and rejected by his family member. And in the beginning, his lifestyle is being spat at. He's, fish out of water. And you can tell he feels small and he feels awkward. And then that juxtaposition with Yannis, at night, you see him in his element, fully embracing his lifestyle, his choices, his sexuality. He has that confidence. He is taking the lead. And you just see this huge change in him when he's, fully embracing who he is. And I really liked how this film showed that, but they also had that day versus night to really emphasize, filming it in the day, filming one the sides of his personality in the day and one at night was a clever choice. And then overall, I also thought that the lighting was really impressive, especially at night. Everything was very clear and nothing was, hidden from us. So the lighting was also very excellent in this film, and I really enjoyed it.
There's some serious truths that we pick up within this piece. Often people in this community aren't accepted for who they are, and oftentimes they are homeless. They are involved in sex work to some capacity. Yannis says, "Fuck salvation," and as if he has this pessimistic, realistic perspective on life, he clearly hasn't had it easy, and he isn't going to glorify his life for it. And it just goes to show that there is no happy ending here.
Hey, I'm commenting on the short film Yannis. So I think that your greatest strengths here are, number one, your dialogue feels very, very true to life. It just feels really, really naturalistic. I think you did a very nice job with that. And I also think that this is being performed really, really well by all parties involved. That being said, I am having a little bit of a tough time following. I think I super respect your decision to leave, expository dialogue out, but I think when it comes to a piece this short, you need maybe a little bit just to give your viewers some context. I think it's the sort of thing where you can let a story unspool over a greater amount of time and avoid it, but in something that's only, 9 minutes long, it's pretty hard to naturally sort of establish all the information that your viewers need. And so I did feel a little bit lost at times. That being said, I think you're putting a nice little piece together. I just wish I had more of an idea of the story and what I was supposed to take from it.